Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this week's episode of This or That. We got here my guy, Mr. Harry Pinero, sitting alongside. You're well dressed today. You wore this earlier on in the week. You wore it twice, yeah?
It's cold out there, bro. It's cold. You got to come warm.
What is it?
It's a jacket.
Yeah, but what?
Zara.
Is it?
Yeah, man.
They're doing that now, yeah?
I like that t-shirt you're wearing.
man.
Yeah, it's cold.
Do you know what that is?
P45, come on.
Yeah, man, isn't it?
Jeez.
If you know, you know.
If you know, I ain't even got that.
No, he sent me a nice little package.
Yeah, bro, you guys are in a different league because I didn't get nothing.
No, but you can keep doing your thing. Like,
just a little bit more, innit? If I keep just a little bit, yeah? All right, cool. So it's this or that. Let's get straight to it. You know the deal. You pick the player, all right? Right now, Rashford or Saka?
Silly question.
Come on.
Rashford.
Rashford.
What?
Rashford.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Rashford is elite, bruv. He's been elite. You said right now. Right now he's elite. He's one of the top in Europe in terms of goals output. Saka, this ain't no slant on him because he has been ridiculous. I keep saying it. My young player of the year.
Stop saying that, by the way.
My young player of the year.
Stop saying young player of the year because he's playing so well. He should be in the conversation with Rashford and Haaland.
No, he is.
Fair enough.
I didn't say he ain't, but I'm saying he's winning young player of the year. It's a debate whether he gets the one for older, but he's winning young player of the year.
The way you were saying it as if like, nah, he's not in
Bruv, if I said that about someone who weren't Arsenal, you wouldn't say nothing.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah. Saka's a bad man, though.
Yeah.
I messaged him after the game.
Oh, you did?
And I said to him,
Unlucky.
I said no.
When they beat us.
Yeah, and I was like, you're generational. Then he stuck out his tongue, yeah, and I was like, bro, I hate you. And he goes, I appreciate the message because I know how much this hurts. But to see him, I've got no faults in his game, bro. He is incredible. But Rashford's just...
I'm picking Saka.
Oh, we knew that. Move on. Next
I feel
question.
like we all knew it was going to
All
pick.
right, cool. All right, let's move
Next
on.
question.
There's no explanation. Prime Maradona or Prime Messi?
Maradona, I have to say, listen, Maradona, when I was a kid, made me go out onto the grass outside my house and play football. So I can't go away from it, I'm sorry. The career that Messi's had, it's beyond Maradona, I think, but no one's made me want to go and juggle a ball and pretend to beat people and talk and recite commentary like Maradona.
Wow.
Different.
Steeper.
I can't really say in it because I didn't really watch Maradona like that. So I have to go Prime Messi, man. There's no one that I've seen that can do what he can do with a ball. As good as Ronaldo is, and I feel like Ronaldo is obviously one of the greats as well, but I just think Messi is like an alien.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's God-given talent. I always say, but credit to Ronaldo because he had to work to get to that level to even be in the
Don't ever say that to
conversation.
Ronaldo's face.
Oh, seriously?
No, I'll never.
He knows he's talented,
you'll
innit?
get shut down quickly.
Is it?
No, because I've put that argument, I've shaped it and framed it a little bit like that before, and he shut the whole conversation down quickly.
Is it? What did he say?
No, you think you can do this with no talent? You think it's all hard work that does this? No, you have to have big talent. It's true.
No, it is.
He's not lying.
But Messi's just clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's big. What are you saying?
No, he's clear, bro. I've witnessed so many. I've seen the man play for my club. Messi, what he's done with football. Every time I watched it, I used to look around and be like, "What is going on here?"
Mad.
Like, and Ronaldinho, I thought was the one, but he's just he's clear, man. Messi's gone.
Prime Ruud van Nistelrooy or Prime Suarez?
This is tough, but I'll say
You got to let us know in the comments, people.
Prime Suarez, man.
Yeah.
Prime Suarez for me.
The Suarez at Barcelona.
That's
I
what
think you
edges
have
it.
to say him.
Yeah.
But Van Nistelrooy's goal scoring record is not
No,
a joke.
I can't.
We're not saying
I'm
it.
not taking nothing away from
Yeah,
Ruud.
yeah.
Like I said, Ruud is the most devastating finisher I've played with. But Suarez at Barcelona with Messi and Neymar, that front line's up there with the best ever.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That is for me the best three I've ever seen.
Yeah. It is, isn't it?
And then the following three would be Busquets, Xavi, Iniesta for me. So having 6 of those players in your team, come on now.
It's mad. Prime Benzema or Prime Lewandowski?
I'm going to go Prime Benzema.
It's not even a competition, is it?
No, it is. It is.
It is. Let's not do that because
Do you know why? Because you got to bring honours into it. Because if a man's abilities are like similar
level,
like
then
that,
it has to be broken
then
down.
you've got to break it down to honours.
But he won more league titles. I don't know, it's debatable. He won a lot of league titles, Lewandowski.
Yeah,
Not the
but
Champions League, like 5 Champions League.
Exactly. When a man does that,
I'll say Benzema.
Yeah, Benzema as well.
Mohamed Salah or Sadio Mané?
Sadio Mané. Sadio Mané.
Prime.
Sadio Mané's best player in the world.
James Redmond still. He comes on it all the time.
Shout out to James. That was class.
That's one of the best memes that is.
Because he's looking at man like...
He's being serious.
I'm being deadly
He is serious.
He was ahead of the game though.
No,
because enough
he
man
was.
at that point was going,
was.
Mane can't chat to Salah.
He was.
And he was like,
People
boom,
were
this is
laughing
me.
at him, but he was like, "No, you lot are not."
What are you laughing at? That's what he said.
Being serious. Yeah, no, Sadio
right.
Mané though. Even the way he started his Bayern career, obviously a few injuries and whatnot, but he's just that guy, man.
I don't think there's anything between them. It's a hard one to pick for me.
Prime
time Mane, prime time. Listen, remember what Salah was doing?
Yeah, no, it's because he's having a stinker season right now.
Do not forget what he unplayable.
I'm gonna say something wild here.
Go on.
I haven't rated Salah for the longest, even when he was scoring all those goals.
What?
Because
you can't.
No. You can. People probably look at me like I'm mad. Yeah,
you are.
I've watched Liverpool. Yeah, and I'm not saying that he doesn't contribute. He was probably the most important player in terms of getting goals. But what Mane has done for that club, yeah, I think is understated just because of what Suarez was doing. I mean, what Salah was doing. Now that we've taken that guy out of the club, you can see there's a hole in the team, and I feel like that hole cannot be filled. Whereas I think you can go and buy another Salah. You can't go and buy another Mane.
I don't know about that.
Personally,
I don't think you can replace either with like for like. I think what you're saying, correct me if I'm wrong, it's a bit like Van Nistelrooy. Some games they'd play, they're not in the game. Salah, a lot of the time when you watch him, even in that spell, you go all of a sudden they go bang bang 2 goals.
Just
Ain't
like
touched the
that,
ball,
didn't do nothing.
but then gets the 2 goals. But that's the hardest thing to do. People then take, because they don't do sometimes as much as somebody else who's got skill or energies in the game who can affect it other ways. But the actual hardest thing to do still is put the ball in the back of the net.
I hear it, but do you know what it is with me? I think I know Salah's a world-class player, and I know that he's a great finisher, and he will always be a legend in that regard, yeah. But like I've said, yeah, I remember my little cousin was like to me, he was like, who was the player that you wanted to be when you was growing up? And it was like, oh, maybe Ronaldinho or maybe R9 or whatever. I think in this generation, not a lot of kids are going to be like, oh, I want to be like Salah, because probably they can see that there are some things in his game he will go missing. And with Mane, I just have never seen him go missing.
It depends. That's you. If you're a manager, who do you want, Rio? If you're a manager.
You want both. That's why I can't understand Liverpool selling them. Because you can't. One of them. They both score goals. One a bit more.
Because when we talk about Steven Gerrard and Frank Lampard, you say to me he scored X amount of goals from midfield. You want goals as a manager. That's why I'm going for Salah, because as great as Mane is,
I would probably lean with Salah because of that reason.
Goals.
Yeah.
That's it.
I hear you. Look,
You know what I mean?
Again,
So you've got Mane.
I'm taking Mane.
I've gone Salah.
Salah wins this one. It's a good one. Alisson or Ederson?
Alisson.
This one's a tough one, man.
Alisson, I just think he saves. He probably gets you more points in a season. That's the only reason. I think Ederson with his feet, there's no question he's the best in the world for me.
Shot stopper, right?
But
Alisson.
But Alisson, he makes he's a big moment player.
I've seen him claw them out many times. Yeah, his reflexes are incredible as well.
I agree. I'll probably just about, but that's a tough one. You got you.
I'd go Alisson as well.
Alisson. All right. Prime Jose or Prime Pep?
Pep.
Sorry, Rio, you played that game. That game, Man United.
Don't apologise.
Wembley.
Just say it.
Yeah, that's the one game that I've actually clapped a team and said, you know what, fair play. I think Pep influenced Spain. That's how much of an incredible manager
He influenced
he was.
world football.
Yeah, he changed the way football was. I don't think there's another manager like Jose, because only he could do that. Whereas I think with Pep, so many other managers now, you think Eric Ten Hag was underneath Pep at Bayern as well.
Disciples everywhere.
Yeah, like he's got them all over the place. Arteta is another
Company
one.
now.
So it's just, the influence he has on world football is incredible. So yeah, Pep.
I'd go Pep. I think, but Jose done groundbreaking things in this country as well. He changed the game over here. He changed the way it was approached. He changed the confidence that he came with, like as a character. Unreal. But Pep is just, he's a revolutionary coach.
Yeah, you have to pick Pep when you look at the trophy cabinet. But Jose's my favourite, like personal favourite. I go for Jose. This one's a weird one, but I really wanted to ask it because I know that you rate Ledley King a lot. Sol Campbell or Ledley King?
You gotta go Sol.
Because of the honours, right?
Natural ability, Ledley all day.
Really?
Like skill wise, technique wise, 100%. If he was fit, Ledley, he'd be up there arguing to be one of the best that's played in the Premier League centre backs. But he just couldn't maintain his fitness. But to be able to do what he done and never really trained was just like remarkable. It's crazy. But Sol was a mad player. For a few years, Sol was like, I'm telling you, the strikers were saying, nah, not today. That's hard graft today with him. It's gonna be. I only see one striker bully Sol. When John Hartson.
John Hartson?
I remember what? John Hartson was.
I know he's good. I know he's cold. Listen,
if I was Man United back in the day, I'd have bought John Hartson.
No way. That good?
He come to West Ham. When he come to West Ham, he was an absolute monster. Like I'm talking like. So I trained against him and Ian Dowie most days. Two big juggernauts. I was a little skinny 9-stone centre back, right, getting dragged about all over the training ground. But I learnt how to play against bigger strikers. It made me like, a bit more wiser. But I've never seen anyone. He's one of them guys. Them guys that's just like you've seen him. He's probably out in the woods just chopping trees. Like them, the strength, like just the strength that you've not seen before. Like he'll go in a gym and just bang out 100 kilogram bench press without doing a warm up, walk out, like light work. Just one of them guys. And I remember in a tunnel one time, we're playing it for West Ham against Spurs, which is a rivalry down there. And in the tunnel, I remember John Hartson shouting in the tunnel, "Get the ball into Big John. Make sure you get the ball into Big John. Sol don't want it." Raw. And I don't know if Sol heard it or not, but I looked back and went, "Raw, no respect."
Yeah, have you lost your mind?
No respect.
Have you lost your mind?
And I'm sitting there going, I've been to England training and seen Sol have up all the England strikers and play, and I think he's the quickest around, and thinking, and you're talking like that about Sol, and then went out and I think he scored 2 or 3 goals, and we won 4-3 or something like that, and he munched every centre back on the pitch. He was a joke, bruv. The ball into him, he could head it as hard as some people could kick it. Mad. John Hartson was a madness, seriously. But I think professionalism and the way football, the culture was, probably didn't help him. If he come in today's game,
I thought he was not well. I thought that's why he kind of stopped.
No, that was when he retired.
Later on,
What a fella. Shout out John Hartson, what a guy, man.
Come on, man.
I'll pick, so I think Ledley as well. It was just injuries. I think that everyone speaks about how great he was. And I remember, Spurs was one of the teams that I really loved outside of Man United. I just loved the ethos of the players that they had as well.
What ethos?
No.
Easy to get 3 points at White Hart Lane.
What football? Tottenham played good football back then, man. They did. Even though, like,
when we
5-3, I think it was.
Come back.
Oh, the Veron one.
Yeah, I didn't play that game.
You didn't play that game, did you?
I come the year after.
Oh, is it?
Becks and stuff. But yeah, Sol Campbell, I think, for Arsenal anyway.
Forget
Spurs for a second, but for Arsenal,
invincible.
I go Sol. I called him. He was supposed to call me back. He was supposed to come on and do something for me real quick. And he's a madman. He just goes missing. Like
Sol will come on, man. He's got a lot to talk about. So
he would.
Partnerships.
Last question.
Go on, then. Harry's got to go, man.
I know. Last one. Patrick Viera or Roy Keane?
Guys, it's been great, honestly. Love this. No, I'm joking. That is so crazy. Because I just think Roy Keane is one of one. Like, you don't get Roy Keanes anymore. But then Viera, for me, like, was the best midfield player in the Premier League.
Elegant.
Like, he was just everything. Strong, could pass, skillful, genuinely a leader. And he was probably the most scariest player to play against as a Man United player.
Okay, I was going to say, that's the point I was going to say. If you ask Roy Keane, who's the toughest midfielder, he'll probably say Patrick Viera. If you ask Patrick Vieira, he'll probably say Roy Keane. So
and I think we're talking about talent, Roy Keane was incredible. I think Roy Keane was world class, but I think Vieira is just
more silky.
Yeah,
Vieira was
more silky.
Vieira should just kick over people's heads. Regular, flick it over their head, smash the ball out wide. And it just doesn't look like he's running fast.
Yeah, he looks like he's galloping.
Because he's galloping, but and I think the closest thing we've had to Vieira was probably Yaya Toure.
Yeah,
in terms of like that athletic build, skillful, just strolling through players. Like, he was class.
It's a hard one, that
you have to do what you got to do.
But I'll be the badge. I know what you really think. Don't forget you met Viera the other day.
No.
And
but I played for West Ham. We went 1-0 up against Man United at Old Trafford and thought, this is it. And then we got beat 7 or 8-1, right? And all the guys scored, etc. But Roy Keane was the best player on the pitch. This was prime Roy Keane as well. And he just dictated the whole game with his voice. Forget on the ball. And then it wasn't until I went to United that I actually respected him properly with the ball. His passing is a joke. Like over, not raking 30, 40 yarders, but 15, 20 yard balls, 10 yard balls, zipped into people, beating the press, through the lines. Ball comes into the fullback, bang, slapped into the forward. Straight away into Scholesy or into Ruud or Ollie or whoever it was. People doubt or don't appreciate and respect his actual ability. Forget all of the madness you hear about him running around, intimidating, etc. He was a footballer. So
you're going Keno. Did you get in trouble, by the way, for playing the ball backwards instead of forwards?
Yeah, man. I didn't go backwards. I passed the ball to Gary Neville. He was a little bit ahead of me at right back, and he went, "Fucking take risks. You ain't at Leeds now. Fucking pass the ball forward. You're at Man United." Right. It took me a couple of weeks to understand what my man was saying. I thought, this guy's nuts. I played to a teammate, a right back, which is a normal pass, and he's going nuts.
Can I ask though, was he a scrappers?
No, not really. Roy Keane, I see him bully some of the younger players sometimes, or some of the guys who are probably a little bit less to say. Listen, if it kicked off, Roy would have it.
Yeah, I could tell though. He's got it in him.
But I see him bang up a young kid once with a couple of punches, and I was like, bro, where's that? He's a young boy, 17 years old. Like, he's grabbing my bib. He should be grabbing my bib like that. I warned him. Bang, bang. Out of nowhere, like madness. But that was Roy, man. But it's the mindset and the mentality that set him apart. Do you know what I mean? And because I've played with him like that, I think I have to go with Roy. But it ain't by anything. Like Viera, man.
I'm going Viera. There's a World Cup in there. There's a Euros in there. There's league titles in there.
He played for France.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Not Republic of Ireland.
So he still had to win it, though, innit?
If he played for Republic of Ireland, he wouldn't.
Did Viera win the Champions League?
Keane was busy. He had to leave the camp.
Did Viera win Champions
Did he leave?
Inter? Was it Inter?
He didn't play that season. Like his team won it, but like there's no.
Okay, cool. But yeah, me Viera.
All right, guys, that was this week's episode of This or That. Thank you, Harry, for joining us. Rio, thanks for joining us again. And yeah, man, I'm looking forward to a good weeks of football. And I'll be back soon letting you guys know that Arsenal are top of the league. Joe Bayer.
I hate that. You know, he doesn't want to say. He doesn't want to say winning the league.
It's over. Bye. Bye.